Okay, so for this next one, we are going to create a kind of Saturn-like effect. It's really cool. We're still working wet into wet, and I already have my circle wet. So for this technique, you want to use one of your smaller brushes, so like your 4 or your 2. And I think I will start with my mauve. Any color will do. So I'm going to pick up some wet intense paint, and for this, so I'm gonna make a line across the planet. Wherever I drop or wherever I release is going to create that drop and release effect. So I can put down a line and choose to release right there, and it creates a blob drop and release effect, and I can use that as part of my overall design. So I'm going to release back on that same area there and really experiment with the level of water to paint ratio. So I'm going more intense with paint and using less water, and that will give me a more defined line and less of a release. And you can also come in with a smaller brush, which will also give you a smaller line and less of a release area. And of course you can add different colors to this, so I'm going to grab some blue now, and I'm actually going to go right back over one of these lines. You can also come back in with just a clean brush and go right over your line, which will make it start to spread out. I'll make some, I think I'll do a drop and release right here, and then add a line on top of that one. So if you get close to your edges and your paper has started to dry, I think mine's still okay, but it happens sometimes. You can just start from your line and just slightly, you don't want to get it too wet, but just add a little extra water just to get your planet finished. So I'm going to come back into my mauve, drop a little there, and I'll finish it up on the bottom. I think I kind of like that mauve and the blue together, so I'm going to add some to these lines. So you can see how this has started to dry down here. It's nothing to be freaking out about, but sometimes that will happen, and it's kind of cool. It looks like a different effect on your planet, but if you don't like it, what I do is I use a clean brush and I come in between the lines, dab off and do it again, and that will start to create the same effect that we had before. And of course, you can now come in just with a clean brush and just start to clean up some of your edges here. And there you go. So that's how you create wet into wet, a Saturn-like effect.